You've been on the other side of it, hosting a playoff game in cold weather, and this little West Coast team that plays in a dome shows up there. And what do you guys talk about when you're on the other side and you know that the weather and the crowd gives you an advantage?
Well, you really don't, think about it. Honestly, you want to play in front of your fans and those things. You know the atmosphere is going to be great, but you still got to focus on yourself and you focus on your details and what you have to do. Um, at, in terms of the weather, it's always been a mindset. It, both teams have to practice in it. Both teams have to play in it. We have had the nice weather here, but we're looking forward to it. We've came a long way this year, and it's an opportunity for us to go out there and play in front of a great crowd in a big game. It's going to be perfect.
What is the bigger thing to prepare for? What's the bigger challenge? Is it the weather or is it the crowd?
It's obviously noise makes it loud, right? Offensively, you got to just make sure you're detailed. That's the biggest thing. Your focus has got to be there for 60 plays. The biggest thing is just making sure we're operating efficiently with the noise, and there's ways to do that, right? So you prepare for it, and you go out there and play. As a player who's played in a lot of cold games, to me it's not as big a deal as it's made out to be.
Is it important that you guys have some early success to potentially take the crowd out of it a bit and not just let them build their own momentum?
Well, you always want to do that offensively.
Yeah.
That's one of the things you want to do offensively is you want to stay on the field and you want to start fast and you want to be able to control the pace of the game, and obviously in noisy environments that's a way to do it, amongst other things.
The offense struggled at times in the last game prior to that last series. What did you see there that you really need to address going into this week?
Well, I mean, it's never just one thing, right? It's little things, little tweaks here and there. But every game's a little bit different. Like I said after the game, we'll focus on some things that we need to get better at. But overall, it comes down to execution. What they were doing defensively. How do we adjust? Possibly a little bit sooner than what we did.
And on the other side, I know that Calgary had a lot of success against your interior offensive line, and with Rose and Micah for Saskatchewan, they're pretty good in the interior as well. Is it something that you just weren't doing from an execution standpoint, or do you need to address it from a scheme standpoint?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both, always, right? I mean, it's different things, but at this point in time, we have an identity offensively of what we want to do and how we want to play the game. Obviously, making sure those guys inside are less of a factor. They're good football players. They're a defense that has played well all year, right? And now going into the fourth time playing them, there's not a ton of secrets on either side, right? So you got to focus, you got to be detailed. And you got to execute at a high level for a long period of time.